Hello everyone, in the last video you were asked to design an app with images by having a next button on it. So the moment I click next, it changes my images in the image view. Similarly, you can do so by having a previous button to display the previous images. Today we are going to see how to make use of checkboxes in Android apps. So for doing same, let's try to have checkboxes in the design. So you can see in buttons we have checkbox. So take checkbox from here and place it here. Likewise, take 2 or 3 checkboxes. Now what I want here is, we'll display the hobbies, multiple hobbies here, and the moment user checks in any of the hobby, we have to give a message that your hobbies are as follows, or you have chosen these hobbies. So to display the message, we'll need text view. So I deleted it earlier, so I'll have a text view here. And finally, I have to do all this on button click, so I'll be having a button also. In some cases it is tedious to connect each and every component with the layout individually. So instead of constraint layout, we can try some other layout today. So to do so, let's convert view, and we have some other options. So I'll use linear layout here. So if I use linear layout, you can see all of them are placed like this. So this is a horizontal layout. What do I mean by horizontal? All the components are placed horizontally in one row, one after the other. If you want them one below the other, just right click, go to linear layout and convert to vertical. Now what is vertically? They will be placed one below the other in the same column, right? So I'll keep this here, and I want to change the text here. So select this checkbox and change this text. So music. Next is dancing. Now next is sports, right? And text view will be below. For button, choose your hobby, right? So if I want to have a text view below this, I can either do it like this, or from here you can drag the text view to the end. So by moving the widgets from here, you can see their effect in your GUI. So I'll place this checkbox again on the same location where I have kept it. So we have 3 checkboxes, a button and a text view. If I don't want to display anything in text view by default, I can delete this text view text. Let's go to Java and create objects. So 3 checkboxes, 1 button and 1 text view. So checkbox C1, C2, C3, and text view T, button B. To link all these components with Java, use find view by ID. So C1 is equals to find view by ID r dot id dot checkbox. For 1 it is only checkbox. Do the same for second checkbox, r dot id dot checkbox 2, and third checkbox will be C3 equals to find view by ID r dot id dot third checkbox. Likewise, have text view linked to your Java file. So r dot id dot text view, and lastly the button. So we have got all of them linked to a Java file now. So let's move ahead. On button click, I want to display my results. So again, b dot, we'll have a button click listener, new view dot on click listener. So this is our on click method. I want to find out which of the checkbox is checked and display that on text view. So to find which checkbox is checked, you can have one or more checkbox checked. So we'll use if for C1, let's say your first checkbox is checked or not. So if C1 is checked is the method to find out whether it is checked or not. So if C1 is checked means if it is true, it enters this if statement. You want to have t dot set text with this message, which is your first hobby is music, so I'll have here music. Next, if C2 is checked, I want to display the message as set text. The second was dancing. And lastly, if my third checkbox is checked or not, that is C3 dot is checked. If this returns true, I am going to set the text with sports. Right? So let's run this app to see the effect. Yeah. So probably what we are expecting now is if I click on music and sports and say choose your hobby, so it should display that music and sports are my hobbies, or music and sports should be displayed in the text view, and for the others, other things should get displayed. So let's check it now. So if I click on this music, choose your hobby, it says music, right? If I say dancing, music and dancing, choose your hobby, it says only dancing. Why it happened so? Because when you say t dot set text, earlier it sets the text here with music, and when the second checkbox is checked, it will override this with dancing. So what is a way to overcome this problem? So instead of setting text every time, because it will overwrite, we have only one text view, and when you set it again and again, it's going to overwrite your previous data. So to avoid doing so, we'll do t dot append. Append will allow you to keep your old text also with the new text appended or added to the old one. So I'll use append now, and again launch this app to see the effect. You can see Gradle is building, installing APK, and then launching my activity. So now when I say music and choose your hobby, it says music. If I say sports, music and sports both, and choose your hobby, it says music, music, sports. What's the problem now? The old text view is not getting cleared because earlier I have chosen music, and second run I chose music, sports. Now if I only choose dancing, let's say, and remove others, this effect or this text view will not get cleared. So choose your hobby, so it adds dancing here. Now what do you want? Every time you click a button, you want this text view to become empty, right? So when I click a button here, I want that text view to be empty. So this will make my text view empty the moment I enter on click, and this will append the necessary text to my text view. So let's run the app again and check the effect. So it's installing APK again and launching my activity. So music, dancing, choose your hobby, it's music, dancing, and sports, I'll remove now music and dancing from here. So when I say sports, it deletes the earlier data because I have done, or I have cleared the text view here, and this gives me sports now, only sports. And every time I update the hobby with my new data, you can see that will be displayed here. So you can have your hobbies are, so you can just do your hobbies are in the beginning here, t dot set text with your hobbies are, and then it will be appended with this, right? You need to keep it here because again the set text will make it blank when you don't choose any hobby, right? And then your hobbies are, and then it will be appended with a new hobby every time which you choose in. So try launching this app again. It installs the app now, and when I say music, sports, choose your hobby, your hobbies are sports, right? So it clears the text, then sets it with your hobbies are, and then I'll be able to see which checkbox is checked, and if none of them are checked, it will just say your hobbies are with a blank message. Your hobbies are none. So you can just have, if nothing is checked, then you can give a message that you should have some hobby. That's so boring, you don't have any hobby, right? That's okay for now. So based on this discussion, what do I want you all now to do is, you just display the list of items. Let's say we have to design a menu, so you have to display the list of items along with their prices. And when I say have a button for order now, if let's say you have two options, tea and coffee, and this button is for order now, user checks on tea. So when I say order now, it should give me your order is tea along with the price. So where to have price, as you have music checkbox for music, you can just add along this tea and the price here, rupees 10. So it will just display that price here. So only appending the text will not do now. You have to find out total also for the display of total bill. So that's all from now. Thanks for watching the video.